7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Fitzpatrick a give to Breida.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Damian Williams.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
Brought down at the 26. A gain of 4. It's now
to throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And he stopped immediately there.
Ball carrier.
The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 2nd down, Tua. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 65 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Dolphins 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Williams. And some room to work. He's at the 50. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 49 yards on the ground. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 40 yards. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
Point is good.
And his kick is good.
Makes the score Dolphins 14, Chiefs 13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And it's caught by Parker. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain
at the 40-yard line.
They run with Breida. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Tua. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
9-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Third and 4.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Here's Mecole Hardman. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Mecole Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right?
And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, 75 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Here we go with Williams. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage?
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
For Kansas City.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Breida. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, 62 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game. And defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you. But for one person to get 3... it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down. To a knee, maybe a yard.
4-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Tua sets up to pass it. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 76 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after after they've been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
He's got a man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
First down, Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 36 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker on for the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game at 42-all. Harrison.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. High-scoring first half, and to this point, a high-scoring second half. A lot of offense, Charles.
Very entertaining game for guys like you and me, being able to watch it. Anyone who's here in the stadium, they've got to be having a blast, wondering who's going to score next and who's going to gain an advantage. The people who hate this,
the guys that play your old position, right?
My old position, anyone on defense. This is not.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Dolphins 49, Chiefs 42.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken about 7 yards deep. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The first half, we were treated to a lot of points. So far in the second half, we've seen more of the same.
If you play on offense, this is your kind of game.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Butker now to add the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game. Harrison Butker to kick off.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Tagovailoa sacked. A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
So taking a risk here early in the new year. They're going to go for it. Back now in Miami. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Army. 56. Check 56.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half the...
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Chiefs 56, Dolphins 49. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll begin the drive with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
Second and 11 now. From the gun, it's Tua. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
56.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check, check, check. Mike 54. I'm here all day. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. So don't say no. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now Mahomes. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, This is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 26-yard line.
Now Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball. Devontae Parker as the intended receiver. And it's third down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. He's got a man complete. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown. And not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And he returns this to the 22.
And on the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Kansas City.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.
70.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.